Hey, what neighborhood is known for being super multicultural, having very enthusiastic sports fans, and quite often being jammed up on its main artery with traffic? Stick around and I'll tell you in a second on neighborhoods you need to know. Hey everyone, I'm John DeFreitas. I'm a local realtor with Sutton Summer Realty. And this week I'm bringing you another neighborhood you need to know. Today's neighborhood is the neighborhood of Corso Italia in Toronto's northwest end. Yes, Corso Italia is certainly a neighborhood filled with enthusiastic soccer fans. It definitely has traffic on St. Clair, and it's got an incredible multicultural vibe. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the location of where Corso Italia is. So, St. Clair runs through its main artery. Its eastern end is Dufferin Street. Its far westerly end is just past Old Weston Road. It goes north to Rogers Road, and then on the eastern block, it goes just south past St. Clair to Davenport. Now, a little bit about the history of the area. So the area known as Corso Italia, back in the early 1800s, actually used to be known as Earl's Court. And that's where British settlers would immigrate to the Toronto region, and they located themselves up to the northwestern end. And that area was then annexed in 1906 and became part of the city of Toronto in 1910. By the 1970s, Italian immigrants from Little Italy traveled north from College Street upward to St. Clair. And one of the largest celebrations ever in the city of Toronto was when Italy won the 1982 FIFA World Cup, where nearly 300,000 soccer fans crowded St. Clair Avenue and congested up traffic between Caledonia and Oakwood. Now, although the character of Corso Italia is certainly Italian, the demographics of the neighborhood has changed drastically. With smaller Italian population than original, much of the Italians migrated to the suburbs in areas such as Vaughan, King City, and Caledon. So the neighborhood itself, although there are Italians, it's certainly multicultural. There's a Portuguese influence in there. There's also a very, very strong Latin influence and some Caribbean as well. You even find some Korean and some Asian as well. It's a melting pot for the city. And through that, you get an amazing, diverse offering of cuisines as well as services. So let's talk about a little bit of that. So St. Clair is the main artery through Corso Italia. And some of the offerings in the area are shoe stores, you've got grocery stores, fresh fruit markets, banks, drugstores, and of course, plenty of restaurants. Of course, St. Clair is not complete without several espresso bars, pizzerias, but there are numerous other staples in the area. Hey, one of the most well-known staples just east of Corso Italia, technically in Hillcrest, is the ice cream shop of Dutchie's Dreams. It's certainly a spot that if you're in the neighborhood, you'll want to travel a little bit easterly off of St. Clair and Vaughan Road to visit that place for sure. Now, there are a ton of other amazing things to do off of St. Clair Avenue as well. But one of the highlights about this area and what attracts so many different people to the location is the fact that housing in the area is actually very affordable in comparison to other areas of Toronto. I think a big piece of that reason is because the properties themselves are a little more compact. They're a little bit smaller. They're just like past wartime built properties, so very modest. So in retrospect to other perhaps more grandeur properties in around the city and just south of Davenport, it certainly is affordable. Well, let's talk about the pricing then. So a detached home in the area will run you right about $1.35 million. And a semi-detached will run you approximately $1.1 million, $1.5 million, maybe even $1.2 million, depending. So there aren't any real townhouses in Corso Italia and there aren't any real condos. However, if you like the area, Hillcrest, just to the east of Corso Italia, does have several condos, and a 1+1 in that area will run you right about $750,000. So there are certainly some options in and around the neighborhood. Corso Italia, you know what? It's got a lot of flavor and vibe. It's super multicultural. It's affordable. It's actually a location where many newcomers to this country and people who are just starting off wanting to get into the real estate market, when they ask me, hey, where do you think I should consider buying and I want to be in the city, I'll say, think of Corso Italia or just north of that. So there you go, Corso Italia, another neighborhood that you got to know. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm John DeFreitas, local real estate agent with Sutton Summer Realty. Please do me a favor, like, share, and connect with me if you enjoyed any of this content and if you enjoy the content I put out. Can't wait to bring another neighborhood next week, everybody. Take care. Bye.